of our exclusive interview with music mogul Sean Jay-Z Carter. The Brooklyn-born rapper is the subject of a massive, and massive is a word, exhibit at the Brooklyn Public Library. It's the first one of the scope ever held there. It's called Book of Hove, Hove, of course, being one of his nicknames. Since it opened in July, hundreds of thousands of people have visited. And the library says, listen to this number, it's seen a 97% increase in new card accounts across all of its locations. You know, you have days where you really love your job. This is one of those days for me. Why? Because Jay-Z gave us a personal tour of the exhibit, and then he sat down for a very rare interview.
Now, I like this. My reaction to this because Jay-Z is a recluse type person. Lil Wayne, Eminem, it's certain individuals that it will shock you to see them doing an interview and shit like that. And Jay-Z is one of them. So this man that has his lyrics on the Brooklyn Library, that's goaded. You goaded for that. When people like it's inspired by your craft, your body of work, and all of that. For to put your lyrics on a public library, that shit says a lot, yo. And from the city that you grew up in, you get what I'm saying? So I big Jay Z up for this shit. Y'all continue watching.
May I give you the Book of Hove?
Sure. Thank you.
Now tuned into the greatest.
And I would like to add this, and this wouldn't be Sir Early if I wouldn't add this. But y'all see Gayle King with them goddamn curves and shit, yo. Do y'all be seeing her and Oprah Winfrey with those goddamn curves and shit?
Turn the music up in the headphones.
The Book of Hove exhibit at Brooklyn Public Library
I
begins
already know I'm
outside
gonna get a copyright claim for
taking
this.
display of
Just
Jay-Z's
by
lyrics
them playing this
covering the
goddamn
building's
music.
walls. You grew up, what, a couple miles from here?
Yeah.
So you're very familiar with this building. Hey! Look how they can...
That's right.
I love that. So when you drive by, Jay, and you see words to your songs on the library.
Yeah. It's
Yo, I don't know what they did for Tupac. Like I know he has a museum and shit, right? But they keep saying that his estate owned this, his estate this or that. So his mother is no longer here for the voice her opinion and her say so on shit. So I wonder who the fuck has Tupac's estate. But you would think they would have did this for Tupac. See, I don't know nothing about that museum they keep talking about of they got of Tupac in Atlanta or something like that. And I'm putting the cart before the horse. But for me to see Jay Z and they putting his lyrics to his songs and shit on a public library, and people are attending libraries just because of Jay Z lyrics and shit. And this mug got all his albums, man. Y'all just continue watching. But those are his lyrics, man, and his lyrics are engraved on the public library in Brooklyn.
unbelievable. It's fascinating. I didn't think that it would be so grand.
So grand?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what did you think? It couldn't be a little
I
exhibit.
really thought it was just like a little exhibit, like to get like
a room.
I mean, a room.
From rags to riches, I ain't dumb. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me.
Inside the installation created by Jay-Z's company, that would be Rock Nation, you'll find the scope of the rapper's body of work and origin stories, including this hand symbol.
See, another thing about Jay Z I like and shit too, he's like me, like branding. Like where you from, you always brand that shit and you let that shit be known. Like y'all keep seeing me say North Carolina. I don't just be saying North Carolina, just be saying it. Y'all see that shit in my apparel. Y'all see that shit in the banners behind me, all of that shit. So every time you knew of Jay Z, you knew of Marcy Projects, Marcy Housing. You get what I'm saying? Because of Jay Z. So I said that to say this. He got the banner of the projects inside of this place too.
Let's start here because
Yeah.
it's my understanding that your team did this for you and you didn't really know what they were doing. What did you
Yeah.
think was happening?
I didn't know anything about it, but when they asked me to do an impression for the hands, I did the impression and I didn't even question. I just left it alone.
What does this mean? I know it means find the scope of the rapper's body of work and origins.
Polo, salute, my G. Hey, look, man, this shit is epic right here. These mother got Jay-Z lyrics engraved on a Brooklyn library. That says like, yo, I'm trying to figure out, do Tupac got anything like this? I know they keep saying something about a Tupac museum in Atlanta, but I don't think it's like this. This man got all his albums in there. This man got Marcy houses. Like, where you from? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm always screaming North Carolina, North Carolina. Like, he always like let you know where he was from, Marcy. You get what I'm saying? But yo, they got his lyrics engraved on a public library in Brooklyn and stuff, man. I think that shit is amazing, yo. Like, just
Stories, including this hand symbol. Let's start here because
Yeah.
it's my understanding that your team did this for you and you didn't really know what they were doing. What did you
Yeah.
think was happening?
I didn't know anything about it, but when they asked me to do an impression for the hands, I did the impression and I didn't even question. I just left it alone.
What does this mean? I know it means Rockefeller and Diamonds, but where did you get that idea from to do that?
When we first started, we had a group called Christian. When you sell 10 million, you go diamond,
Diamonds. Okay.
right? We believed in them so heavy. It was like, this group is going to sell 10 million records. So we start putting the diamond up
Oh, okay.
for Christian. That's how it all came about. And then we start playing with it. And then you start doing it at shows. Then the whole crowd started doing it and just stuck.
yeah. Jay-Z's music career
that's my
spans
shit
over
right
3
there. I'm
decades.
feeling it.
His 13 studio albums are all highlighted here. We have to start with Reasonable Doubt because no record label wanted to do this.
Rightfully so. I think I needed to grow into this album right here. And had I gone to a label, I don't think I would have been able to fully explore what was really happening.
Really?
Because I had the freedom, like the independence to like really talk about like the real stuff that was happening in the streets and happening for me and my friends at the time.
Uh-huh.
You know, record labels would probably say, yo, you need a big hit.
Yes,
You need this.
yes.
Let's go get.
When you look at these covers, are there stories that come to mind for you when you're looking at them?
Yeah. So this album was the streets' favorite.
Yeah.
This album, I was trying to go into like the music business. So the first song I made for this album was Streets is Watching. That's the last song I played for Biggie. He kept saying, play it again, play it again. And I gave him it was on the cassette.
Streets is watching, blocks keep clocking, waiting for you to break, make your first mistake.
I'll never forget, like he looked back, he's like, the whole album's gonna sound like this? And it was almost like it was playful.
Man, they gonna copyright
Also,
claim me
like,
like hell for playing
Sure.
JV shit. But
Coming,
guess
he's
what?
coming.
I'm gonna still keep it up though.
This is the album that
Hard
is
Knock
the
Life.
most important album because it was the album where I honed my craft as a songwriter and that balance of creating exactly what I want and just as a writer.
Yo, did he say as a writer? Because everybody seems to tell me like Jay-Z don't write. So as a writer, so that's when he was writing.
A technical
Yeah.
songmaking skills with real stories is when it all came together on this album.
I'm going to try not to do this too many times on the tour, but honestly, when I walked in this room and just take a look at all of the visuals of you up there, what does this mean to you? I mean, it's your face everywhere. I can't imagine.
No, it's unbelievable. First of all, it's Brooklyn. Let's start there, right? It's just
What
like
does
it's
Brooklyn
in
mean?
Brooklyn.
What does Brooklyn mean to
Yeah.
you, Jay-Z,
Yeah,
Sean
that's
Carter?
everything. It's everything.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to the Narrow.
You know what else I think is so interesting? Number one, it's in the library.
And since I made it here, I can make it anywhere.
And it's free and accessible to everybody because people would pay to go see an exhibit like this. But your team decided they wanted it in Brooklyn. They wanted it in a library so everybody could see
Brooklyn
it.
Public
Really important.
Library.
And
See
I
it.
love that.
Raw's Natural Pet Food understands that cats are true obligate carnivores. Because of that, we've designed our
Big pimpin', baby.
You gotta talk quiet in the library.
Big pimpin', spinning cheap.
Yo, Gail King.
This room I like in
Give a
particular
motherfucker.
because one of the great lyrics I love that you did, I'm not a businessman. I'm a business, comma, man.
I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman.
I love that lyric. The way your play on words is
It's the
genius.
space. Thank you. It's one I'm proud of as well because it's really it's a simple phrase, but the space gives it meaning.
Turn my vocal up some more.
And the business-minded mogul has pursued everything from fashion to football.
Super Bowl goals.
In 2022, the halftime show he helped produce made history, winning an Emmy for Outstanding Variety Special. That was a Super Bowl first. That beat out the Grammys, that beat out the Tonys for the best show, and it was 13 minutes.
Yeah.
What'd that mean to you?
For me, as a kid growing up on like Snoop and Dre and all of them, and like being a fan of what they do on the West Coast, to be a part of something that had them on stage in LA, and the fact that it never happened before is one of the things that, you know, I take pride in, like pushing the culture forward.
Hove did. Please Lord forgive me for what the stove did.
And he's using his platform to push for change in the justice system. In 2019, Jay-Z helped launch the Reform Alliance with a goal of transforming the country's approach to probation and parole.
It's not an easy job. This is a really tough space to deal with. And I think
But it means
at the
something
end
to
of the day,
you.
yeah, because I think at the end of the day, we're losing a lot of mentors and a lot of people that would be positive members of society.
Double your money and make it stack. I'm on to the next one.
Our tour also showcased one of Jay-Z's biggest business moves, reclaiming his music.
On to the next one. On to the next one.
Now these, I love, these are the masters, Jay, as you know. People are selling their masters.